What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Pisces sun sign friends. If you're born between the dates of February 19th and March 20th, then you are a Pisces sun sign, and this reading is for you. Today we're going to be looking at money and abundance. This spread is going to tell us how you relate to money, what blockages you have, how you can remove those blockages, and have a better relationship with money. It should be a fun, eye-opening spread that might help you get rich. We'll see. Okay. Before we get into it, I'd like to introduce you to my crystalline friends. I got a lot of citrine with me today. I brought my smoky citrine, which is relatively hard to find, and it's great at getting down to the roots causes of shadow aspects of yourself. I've also got a heat-treated amethyst. This is basically a lab-made citrine. They take an amethyst and they heat it up so it has the properties of citrine. They kind of simulate Mother Earth's processes. Then I got a natural citrine from the Congo here with a great channeling face. I really love that thing. I also got a tumbled honey citrine. So I brought a bunch of citrine, which is the crystal of manifesting abundance, and I think it's going to bring some good energies to this reading. I'm going to be using the Mystical Tarot, which is a fun, quirky deck that I think you'll probably like. And before we get started, I'd just like to mention that this is a general overall reading, so not everything is going to apply to you. So take what works and leave what doesn't. If you want a more specific reading where I tap into your specific energies, and head on over to my Etsy shop. The link is in the description. And there we can, tap into you and get a more specific reading for you. But as it stands, it's a general reading, so I would appreciate it if you give me a moment to center myself and ask the tarot cards the question: what are the energies of Pisces surrounding money and abundance at this time in the middle of July? Alright, that ought to do it. So let's cut the deck and deal out 6 cards. Alright, we're also going to call upon the Earth Magic Oracle for this reading as well, because I'm going to ask it what message it has for Pisces sun signs concerning money and abundance at this time. Alright, we're going to look at that at the end of the reading. Alright, let's jump right into it. This first card here represents how you see and or relate to money. We've got the 8 of Cups. Okay, Pisces friends, you're a water sign. Cups is a water element, and emotions are definitely involved here. I don't know, guys. I get the feeling that emotionally you guys are kind of a little bit fed up with money. You kind of I get the feeling, remember, this is a general overall reading. Not everything's going to apply to you. But I get the feeling that for the most part, a lot of Pisces sun signs are kind of emotionally just disinvested. That's not a word. No, it's not an expression, is it? De-invested? Uninvested? How about let's go with uninvested in money. You guys are just like emotionally over it, is the feeling I'm getting. That the quest for money causes a lot of stress, and it causes a lot of aggravation and upset and heartache and just a lot of negative emotions a lot of times. And I get the feeling that you guys are kind of just sick of it, and you're kind of turning away from it. Of course, we still have to get money, so I get the feeling that a lot of you kind of see money as a negative thing, something that causes some negative emotions that you don't want to have. And so your relation to it is you're constantly kind of emotionally trying to distance yourself from it, while you're still like in the physical world, you're still invested in it, which is kind of strange. We'll look at these cards and we'll see how that plays into the overall reading. That's interesting though. This card represents what you need in relation to money and abundance, and we've got the Queen. Queen of Wands. Interesting. We get the feeling of assertiveness. You guys need to be more assertive in the quest for money, in the you know the rat race, I guess you could call it, but not necessarily just the rat race. I just feel like you guys need to take a more proactive approach to money. You know, you have to be 100% invested into it in order to truly open up the floodgates for it to come in. If there's any part of you that's, you know, fighting against money in abundance, then you're not going to have the full blow of it. What am I talking about? You're not going to have the full. I see money as energy, and if there's anything blocking that energy from coming in, then you're not going to get the full bore. You know, you're going to have some blockages that are going to restrict the amount of money that you allow to come in. So what you need is a more proactive approach. You know, the Queen of Wands is someone who is certain in what she's doing, is going to do it. She's going to do it for the highest good, right? This is not to say that you should be some sort of, what do you think of when you think of someone who's unscrupulous? You know, you don't have to be a lawyer, a blood-sucking leech to get money. You can do things that make you feel good, do things that help the world, and still earn money doing that. And that's kind of what you need to realize, and what you need to allow into your being is that idea that you don't have to sacrifice in order to make money. You can do what you love, and you can do it from a place of surety that you're doing the right thing for the world, as well as for yourself and for others, in order to make some money. Okay, this card here represents what you already have in relation to money, and we've got the Knight of Pentacles who's riding a goat. Give me a moment with this card. Okay, this tells me that you guys have the drive to get things done. When I think of this card right now, I'm getting the feeling of the grind. You guys don't, you mind the grind, but you don't stop from doing the grind. I get the feeling, the impression that you guys will just, continue to do what you got to do to get money. And even if you really dislike it, even if you are exhausted or just angry or just whatever's might stop someone from working, I get the feeling that doesn't really stop you guys. You just keep going. You just slow and steady wins the race sort of thing here, where you're always working, and you have a very good work ethic, is basically what I'm trying to say about this. And that's a great thing to have. A great work ethic will get you very far in life, and it'll bring abundance in some form. So definitely hold on to that, and really pride yourself in your work ethic, because when you really apply yourself to something, nothing really stops you from working towards it, which is great. That's how you get goals accomplished, basically. So hold on to that. You guys really do that well. And slow and steady does win the race when you're running a marathon, okay? So keep that in mind. Life is a marathon is what I'm trying to say. All right, this card here represents blockages that you may have in relation to money. And we've got another Pentacles. We got the Page of Pentacle here. The Page of Pentacles. Just one second. You know what? This is an important card. I'm going to get a clarifier. So give me 1 second to ask for a clarifier here. Okay, we got Page of Pentacles and Strength together. Stubbornness. Excuse me, stubbornness. I'm getting kind of like stubbornness from this. Stubbornness when it comes to making money. It's gonna. Thank you, the Strength card, by the way. There's a little bit of stubbornness I get from you guys, that you are a little bit hard-headed. Perhaps, this is going to apply to you. This is a wide range of people that I'm doing this reading for. So how does this apply to you? Really think about it. How are you stubborn when it comes to money? One example of stubbornness is saying, like, I am worth $25 an hour. And is that kind of belief that is how much you are worth. And if that's what you really believe, that's all you're going to get. You're never going to get the big payoffs, because you're kind of stubborn in your beliefs that is how much you deserve to get paid. How else can stubbornness play a part in blockages? Maybe, when opportunities surface, you're not quick to jump on them. Maybe you don't recognize opportunities for what they are because you're kind of stubborn in your beliefs that the way things are, the way things are. And, a new opportunity couldn't possibly be good, right? That's another way the stubbornness can block you. But yeah, I'm getting the feeling that maybe you already know something and you know something and you're going to take that with you. And, that is my set belief. That is the reality. Not realizing that whatever your belief is reality, and you can change your beliefs. And when you change your beliefs, you change your reality. And so yeah, that stubbornness is kind of holding you back from allowing money to come to you. You're kind of restricting its flow by dictating, knowing what you know. And that kind of says to the universe, like, I only want that which I know to be true. And so it is. So let's see what this next card says. This card represents steps you can take to improve your relationship with money. Hey, we got the Four of Wands. How do you know? What do you know? Yes, the Four of Wands right now is telling me that in order to improve your relationship with money, you're going to have more of a celebratory, lighthearted feeling towards it. You're going to have to celebrate money. Money's not a burden. It's not a chore. It's not an inconvenience. It's not torture getting money. Money is something that you should celebrate because it allows you to become a better person. It allows you to help other people. It allows you to reduce stress when you do have it. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, but for most people, that not having money is a cause of stress. So that's why I mentioned that. But yes, in order to kind of change your outlook towards money, you're gonna have to change the way you see money. And rather than looking at it as a negative thing, it's time to start looking at it as a positive thing. Everything in this world is neither neutral or is neither negative or positive. Everything in this world is neutral, and the way you look at it dictates what that thing is to you. So if you're going to look at money in a negative way, then money will be negative in your life. But if you start to see the positive aspects of money, then the positive aspects of money can start to become your reality. And so celebrate money, enjoy money, and money is here for you to spend on yourself and for others to uplift each other. And if you keep that mind state, then you're going to see your relationship with money improve. So let's look at this last card. This card represents the outcome after you make the changes outlined in this spread, and we've got the Four of Cups. Yeah, so the Four of Cups is someone who's just like, I'm over it. I'm done. I'm uninterested. I'm bored. And this is not the greatest card for an outcome. But what I think this is saying is that there's going to be a learning period. You're not going to just make these changes overnight. Your whole belief system has been implemented into you for your entire life. How many years is that? I don't know. So it's going to be pretty difficult to change these belief systems overnight. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a long period. And there's going to be a period of just when you know what to do and you start to do it, and the reality doesn't catch up to the situation, and you're making all the what you think are the right moves, but you're not seeing the results. And I think that's what's going to happen. But you have to remember, this is a marathon. Like I said, things don't happen instantly, but you have to make the right changes and move in the right direction. And the results aren't going to come instantly, but they will come eventually. And when they do come, you're going to be able to celebrate and be happy. But you have to get past that period of change. And, change always seems like a negative thing, usually with a lot of people. A lot of people see change as negative. But maybe at the beginning there's going to be some hardships, but change is always for the positive in the end. We always learn and grow. So if you make these changes, there will be a learning experience, a learning curve, a growing pain, so to speak, but you will come out of it and you will start to see money in a different way. So let's go back and look at these cards from an overall perspective. Yeah, I get the feeling that you guys have some negative ideas or opinions, or especially feelings about money. Like, I get the feeling that your feeling is a little bit negative when it comes to money, and you kind of are over it. You don't like to think about it too much, but it's something you have to do, so you do. What you can benefit from is having a more proactive approach, being more adamant about putting in action towards your passions. I think that's a thing that you can learn about money, because if you're putting action into your passions, then you're definitely headed towards the right path, and you're not doing things just because you feel like you have to. What you do well, though, is you guys are on the grind. You guys are hard workers, and you will put in work, and you'll never look back. You just work, 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 and it's a great thing, because if you work hard, you will get paid off. But no buts, just that. Okay. Stubbornness is kind of a blockage. You're kind of set in your ways a little bit, and you know what you know concerning money, and you're not really too willing to have a new viewpoint, and so whatever you've been programmed to believe is true for you. But the way to step out of that is to start celebrating money more, start to have a more positive viewpoint of money. Money is a beautiful thing. It allows us to do so many things. And if you start looking at the positive aspects of money, those things will enter into your reality, and you can start to change your viewpoint of it. Yes, the change will be slow. Yes, it's not going to happen quickly. And there's going to be some hardships along the way. Yes, absolutely. And you're probably going to feel like, what was this guy talking about? He didn't know anything about what he was saying. I don't see any change in my abundance after you make these changes. But if you get past that little time, if you get past that, you're going to see huge changes and shifts in your life concerning money and abundance. So hang in there. You can get it done. It's not an easy thing to change your entire belief system, but you can do it. All right, let's look at the message that the Earth Magic Oracle had for my Pisces friends this month concerning money and abundance, and it is full moon completion. Oh. Okay, I get the feeling that a lot of you are tired. You're ready to say goodbye to this cycle. You're ready to end this cycle that you're currently on when it comes to money. I get the feeling, like I said with that first card, that you guys are just over it. And this card is saying that, yes, if you want the cycle to end, you can end it. And you're gonna have to do what I said in this spread, and that is how you're going to end this cycle and start to see money in a new way and have a new relationship with money and start over. And, it's never too late to start over and have a new relationship with money and abundance, because, you're creating your reality every step of the way. So if you make that shift inside of you, the reality around you has no choice but to follow suit. And that is what will happen. And your whole world will change, and a new cycle will begin. Okay, so good luck, Pisces friends. I hope you got something out of that. Remember, this was a general reading, and it probably didn't apply to you completely. So if you want a more specific reading tailored just for you, then head on over to my Etsy shop. The link is in the description and in the card, and we can use a variety of different spreads to get down to the bottom of your issues. So I'd appreciate it if you go check that out. If you like this video, please consider giving it a like. I really appreciate it. It lets me know I did something right. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please put those in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you and hear what you have to say. And if you really enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing for more, because I release these videos pretty regularly. Alright guys, thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.